So, ma'am, my first question would be, how did you get into writing? How did you discover that this is something that I would make a career out of?
It's interesting how it happened. The point is that I've always loved books. I've always been a passionate reader and very imaginative, very curious about even geography, history, anything to do with culture and people. So I think that curiosity blending with my interest in reading has developed this sense that I want to put my own stories out there. I want to create my own world of my imagination. So it was a journey that started from a very young age. I, of course, ignored it along the way, but then later on, I couldn't ignore it, and I then took up some online writing courses. And then side by side, I was getting married. I had my children, and I still did my continue to study to learn the craft of writing, because it was so important to me to understand how writing can be developed from say a perspective of nonfiction, or for writing for newspapers, or writing short stories. So all of that I needed to understand, and how to do it, or what direction I wanted to go in terms of those kinds of writing in the genres.
Right, ma'am. Ma'am, you spoke about the word genre. So whenever, for example, normally when I am searching for a movie on Netflix, we'll see through, we'll search the genre: thriller, horror, romantic, psychological thriller. So as a writer, let's say once you decided you want to become a writer, now
Mm.
there is something called as a micro niche also. Okay, maybe this is the genre that I'll pick and I'll start writing in this. So for you, do you have any preferred genre, or how do you decide which one to pick up and start writing on it?
Therefore, I was inclined to write in those genre, in that particular genre, the adventure, fantasy, thriller, suspense, all of that, psychological thriller. And I loved it. I loved the process. It was just me. I just enjoyed it. But then I sort of moved to a different stage in my life where I started reading more nonfiction. So therefore, my how would you say, the consumption, the what I consumed more was more real life stories, more about people's struggles and how they experience life and how they overcome their struggles. So those stories started to fascinate me. So then I became more interested in sharing about people who achieved so much in their lives and went through a lot of struggle. So those kinds of stories were very interesting to me. And then again, I shifted genre to self-help, because I've always been curious about the human mind and why we do what we do. So then again, my journey moved me to the self-help field. So it's like in every field, in every stage of my life, I've enjoyed that journey, being in that genre.